And hi, welcome to the EpiDoc tutorials sessions. This session is on the description of object, and Irene will in a second show us how the support desk element in the EpiDoc TI header works. This is part of the EpiDoc tutorials, the link to which is at the bottom of this screen. If you want to find the rest of the program, the link is also in the notes below the YouTube video. If you want to find one there that you can click on. So, Irene, please take it away.
Thank you. So for describing the support object of an inscription in EpiDoc, we use the supportDesc element. And it goes in the TI header, and specifically inside the manuscript description, inside physical description, inside object description, where we find the support desk for describing the object, and then the layout desk for describing the layout of the inscription. But this will be dealt in another video. And this is the corresponding part in a traditional edition. So we have a description, usually, the support, which could be displayed in a paragraph or in a more schematic way, inside which we usually include the type of the support, its condition, so if it's entirely preserved or partly preserved or fragmentary, and so on. And usually we include also the material of the support, its dimensions, and if present, some decoration features that it may have. So here we have the support description element, the support desk, inside which we have also a support element, inside which we can have a paragraph if we decide to have a more discursive prose approach, inside which we have pasted all our description of the support in this case. And inside this paragraph, we can start marking up the several different parts that are included inside the support description. So in this slide, we have added a material element for surrounding the marble word, marble term, and for the type of the object, which in this case is the steel, we use the object type element. And then here we add a dimensions element surrounding all the dimensions, for which we have also provided a unit attribute, in this case stating that the dimensions are expressed in meters. And inside dimensions, we can distinguish the different dimensions with in this case, three different elements. So respectively for the width, the height, and the depth of the inscription, and of the support object of the inscription. And in this case, when we add these elements for different types of dimension, we do not have anything else inside dimension. So comparing with the previous slides, we had commas and also a dotted W, H, and D for the dimensions, for specifying which kind of dimension it was. In this case, we have removed both the dotted letters and the comma separating the different dimensions. And in this case, we have also some description of the decoration, which is included in the paragraph describing the support. And if we want to isolate for indexing purpose, for example, the decoration features, we can add an rs element with a type attribute with decoration value. So saying that this is referring to the decoration such in this case, but if you have a longer description of the decorative elements, you can also use another element separately outside the support desk for doing this. We're going to see this in a later slide. So what we have produced here is a support that has been described with a descriptive prose approach. So in this case, the description will appear in the final transformed edition as a paragraph, inside which we have marked up all these specific parts of the description. But you can also decide for another approach, which is more schematic, and in which, for example, you may choose to display every element separate, for example, preceded by a heading saying object types, and then steel, material, and then marble, so separating all these items. And in this case, you can still have a paragraph not including everything, but for the more discursive part, for example, in this case, we kept the paragraph for the state of preservation of the support and for the decoration elements of the support. And something that we have seen is that are the dimensions. So I've copied what we had in the previous example. We have used the unit attribute with value meter, and this value, of course, can have also different values. This attribute can also different values, such as centimeter, millimeter, but also character or line. And we have seen these three dimensions with height and depth, but of course also some other values, some other elements for different kinds of dimensions are allowed. For example, we have the dim element, standing for dimension, which has a type attribute inside which the type of dimension can be specified, and some common value could be diameter for circular, cylindric types of support. And in those elements, some other attributes are allowed. For example, we can have a precision, specifying if the dimension is approximate or not. And also the min and max elements attributes can be used to specify, for example, the maximum and minimum of, for example, the height of the width of an element, which vary among its shape. So, for example, it could be larger at some point and not so large in another point. So min and max are for this purpose. So to sum up, for describing the support, we have the support desk surrounding all the description, inside which we have the support element. And specifically for the type, we use the object type and the material for the material. And we have the dimensions with height, depth, and dim. We can use the RS type decoration for decorative elements inside a larger P paragraph, including everything. And this paragraph, so if we use as we have seen, if we use the more discursive approach, we have a paragraph surrounding everything, and inside which we found also the decoration and the condition of the support. Otherwise, if we choose the more schematic approach, we have a separate paragraph. So we do not have a paragraph surrounding everything, but we just have a paragraph for the condition and the decoration if we want to put them together, and if they are present. But if the decoration, the part describing the decoration is longer and should appear separately from the support description, instead of the RS element inside the support description, the DecoDesc element could be used. And in this case, it goes inside the phys.desc, the physical description element, which is inside which the support desk is, but so the DecoDesc goes outside the support description part. And I think it's all about the support description. Gabby, do you want to add anything? Gabby, are you muted? Perhaps.
Sorry, yes, no. All I was going to add was I think that's perfect. I was just going to add that I've not seen people use these elements for encoding decoration of the object very often at all. It's been relatively rare, so it's a bit less common. But yes, it's useful to have mentioned it in case people want to find it. But otherwise, no. I think that's great.
Okay, thank you.